Okay, we're live now, I think. I think we should be live now. Want to make sure of that. Um, should be live, hopefully. So, we have gone under an extreme wind warning here in Tampa, in the Tampa Bay areas. We do have an extreme wind warning now in effect. And okay, good. Okay, it was just a thing where I had to move the screen over. That's it. Alright, we're back. And we are less than 2 hours away from landfall here. About 90 minutes or so. We're now probably about 80 minutes away here from landfall. We're about 30 miles away from the coast, give or take a few miles. Still a major hurricane with winds of 120 miles an hour, so it's a mid-end Category 3 hurricane. Um, Probably in weather alerts, right? For extreme wind. So the area in orange here is our extreme wind warning that is in effect. So National Weather Service in Ruskin has issued an extreme wind warning for Manatee County in West Central Florida, Pinellas County in West Central Florida, and Hillsborough County in West Central Florida until 9:30. At 6:35, National Weather Service Doppler radar indicated extreme winds associated with the eye wall of Hurricane Milton. We're moving onshore along the line extending from 6 miles southwest of South Bradenton to 25 miles southwest of Anna Maria to 52 miles southwest of St. Armand's Key, moving northeast at 30 miles an hour. This is an extremely dangerous and life-threatening situation. So you guys should take this like it's a tornado warning and get underground or get into a sturdy building. So they're expecting landfall somewhere between Clearwater and Sarasota now. This is the center of our eye right here. And we have a tornado warning because of course we do. not moments away, Ryan. We still have about an hour or so. But what we don't have an hour or so is this tornado warning. We actually have two rotations here. We have one right here and one right here. So we have twin tornado warnings here. We potentially have twin tornadoes here trying to form. Take a look at correlation coefficient. Not really seeing much here. Thankfully, we have the tornado warning is in effect for another 22 minutes. So if you guys are in the path this morning, get underground or get to the middle of your house, particularly a bathroom or a closet, away from windows, to same wall between yourself and this tornadic rotation, or tornadic rotations, plural, as possible. So, jumping back over to extreme wind warning here is currently in effect. Our Port Charlotte camera here, which is in obviously Port Charlotte, is still experiencing some very large surge. Also, say real time data from another location, another device. That's my own camera. That's not someone else hacking into the account. That's me. Yeah, we have another. Oh yeah. Our view in Mitchell Beach isn't coming in yet. Like surge values aren't rising yet there. Yeah, I mean, I just have no words here to describe this. This camera, maybe a little bit of surge, but still not much. Inglewood. Oh, oh wow. Um, oh yeah, we're definitely having more surge coming on through in the Inglewood area now. Obviously, our surge is only going to increase unless the system takes a more northeastern turn. If it turns like northeast right now, it would take it into the St. Petersburg area. It's looking more likely that landfall will be near Sarasota, near Venice. And this is Englewood right now, and that's where we're beginning to see surge start to rise here. And Brad Arnold and Aaron J. Jack are in Punta Gorda now. But there's now surge starting to rise here on Inglewood Beach. There's definitely storm surge beginning to rise here. Here comes another round of surge. Let's see what the newest data from these stations are. St. Petersburg. We're still not even at the peak yet in St. Petersburg. Look at this one. Yeah, we're not even. We're slowly starting to see water levels start to rise in Old Port, Tampa. I'm actually going to bookmark this as Clearwater. Let's take a look at this one. Surge is actually dropping here in Clearwater. So that's an interesting note here. I want to make sure that I am still live on YouTube very quickly. We are. I'm shocked that they haven't issued an extreme wind warning farther south here. Almost 2,500,000. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, this isn't even the worst surge yet either, guys. The surge that we're getting right now isn't even the worst of it. So we have gone in the 7 p.m. position update. Northern eye wall of Hurricane Milton is beginning to move onshore the Florida Gulf Coast. Extreme wind warning is in effect. Please shelter in place. Wind wind of 61 and gust 77 was recently reported at Egmont Channel. Wind of 44 and gust 77 was recently reported at Sarasota Braden International. Wind of 55 and gust 71 was recently reported at Skyway Fishing Pier. Next update will be the intermediate advisory. So it's about 35 miles west southwest of Sarasota right now. Winds remain at 120 miles an hour, so it will be a Category 3 by the time it makes landfall, most likely, unless something unforeseen happens. The northern eye wall of Milton is beginning to spread onshore. There's currently some surge beginning to rise here in Englewood. We are a little over an hour away from Landfall here, guys. So, if you guys aren't already, monitor the camera in Englewood. We're going to see surge start rising like crazy. We've been monitoring these cameras all day, pretty much. Yeah. So Caleb is in Caleb Beecham is in Sarasota, and he is currently seeing power flashes associated with the northern portion of the eye wall. And just to remind you guys, the center of the eye is about that far out, give or take a few half a mile here from Sarasota, maybe more. Like that. So about as that's currently about as far away from the eye from where Sarasota, Florida is currently. So we're just continuing to monitor the progress of the system. We are currently still we are monitoring the surge and on the Englewood camera. I'm not going to be shocked if we start seeing areas like Venice. No, Venice doesn't have much surge yet. Osprey. Oh yeah, we're starting to see the water rise in Osprey now. Siesta Key, not much yet. Um, Anna Marie Island. Yeah, we're starting to see a little bit more, but not much yet. Mitchell Beach. Yeah, actually not seeing much there. What about up here in Palm Harbor? Heck, I can't see the water in the Palm Harbor camera anymore, so yeah, I agree. The Englewood camera might be the one to watch here. Oh yeah, that's why the most surge we've seen on that camera so far. Here comes another round. Yeah, the wind isn't even blowing in the right direction yet either. The wind right now is coming in like that. Once the wind starts coming in on the backsides like that, that's when we're going to have most issues here. Our camera is about right right around there. That's the camera we're looking at currently on my other screen here on my phone. Unfortunately, I am not allowed to use the camera here where these storm chasers feeds on Radar Omega unless I want to get copyrighted, which I don't want to do because I have next to no money, even though I just got paid. But yeah, next to no money right now. So that's always fun. Oh yeah, Surge is really soon coming now. Vywall is moving in right now in the Venice area and Sarasota areas. We're likely going to see much more surge on our camera starting very soon. This is a reminder, guys. We do have an extreme wind warning in effect right now. It's issued when there's extremely hazardous winds from a landfalling hurricane expected. So surprised they didn't issue it further south to include areas like Sarasota and Venice. And Englewood as well. Chris Jackson tweeted out 15 minutes ago, seeing lots of power flashes between Bradenton and Sarasota. Reed, why are you on a beach? Yeah, this is. We're watching Surge on map here on our camera here in Inglewood. Unfortunately, I would like to show you guys it, but unfortunately, I can't. Watch. This is at 6:22. That's about an hour old. So the tornado threat is expected to continue across portions of the southern and central Florida Peninsula over the next couple of hours. So yeah, all the birds and stuff that were inside of Milton's eye wall, if we switch to correlation coefficient, you can see that all of the birds and that stuff that were in the eye wall of Milton are now moving on shore. On shore. My brain is just breaking right now, so that's fun. Um, oh yeah, there's multiple. There was multiple spouts. Dr. Levi Cohen, the founder and owner of Tropical Tidbits, posted 4 minutes ago on Twitter. After a final wobble to the right, Milton's imminent landfall looks to be in the vicinity of Sarasota and associated barrier islands. The northern Iowa and core bands are now beginning to impact this area and the Tampa Bay region. An extreme wind warning, storm surge warnings, and flash flood warnings are in effect. Hope everyone stays safe. Yeah. Over 341,000 customers are now without power in Florida. I'm currently looking over things right now online. So we are now seeing surge start really coming in now on the Inglewood camera. Bryce Shelton is in Venice, and things are really starting to pick up now. Things are also picking up on our camera here. And surge is starting to come in now in Inglewood. Brad Arnold is now getting storm surge. He's in Punta Gorda, so down here. Brad is down here, and he's getting some decent surge, about 2 3 feet so far. Bryce Shelton is in Venice. He's also getting some surge. But really, our main area that we're watching right now is the area near Englewood, Englewood Beach, because they are actually right now receiving storm surge. Not much yet, However, we can definitely tell that it's coming in now. It's definitely been a lot more surge than there was earlier that is now coming into the Inglewood area. And earlier, yeah. So right now we're just watching this camera, seeing when surge will eventually cover up this walkway. Right now, if you want to watch this camera, you can go to Ryan Hall Y'all's channel and you can watch it there. Especially because surge is continuing to come in here. We are still live here covering the landfall of Milton, but there really isn't much to talk about right now at this moment. Still have a Cat 3 on our hands, but not really dealing with too much yet. We're out an hour or so out from landfall, I'd say. Ryan Hall is now in the top 50 all time live streams. So, congratulations to Ryan Hall, y'all, and his entire team there. St. Petersburg. We still aren't really seeing much of a water level rise there in St. Pete yet. Um, Here in Port Manatee, still not really seeing much here in terms of surge yet on our cameras. Not cameras, our thing. I don't know what I call this. I'm blanking on it right now. Our surge graphic, our Indonesian. Tampa Bay, we're slowly seeing water levels start to rise in the East Bay areas. Oh man. So pressure in Inglewood is down to 978 millibars, which is nuts in its own right. Whew, it's chilly in my room. It's really cold in here, actually. Throw on my beanie. And it's not even like. What's the temperature outside right now? It's 57? There's no way it's 57 degrees outside right now. Oh yeah. Water's really starting coming now on our camera in Inglewood. Surge is rising. However, I do need to sign off for a second here. I need to go and feed my dogs. So I will leave you guys this time for certain with the camera view of the Doppler view of our hurricane. And yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back and continue our live coverage of the landfall of Hurricane Milton. Alright, so we're back. So, a surge still isn't that bad yet. It'll likely increase. And it likely is increasing, actually, as we speak. We are about an hour and a half or so away from our landfall here of Major Hurricane Milton. Check what Clearwater's getting. We are under an hour away here, or just over a little bit under an hour away from landfall of Hurricane Milton. This will be our sixth storm that we've had in, covered live here on the channel. We covered Beryl, Chris, Debbie, Francine, Helene, and now Milton. And And if we go on to the forecast models, I'm not sure if they're still showing it this or not. I haven't checked the new runs lately. But we're in time. Here's Leslie, and here's Milton. Move forward in time. Milton and Leslie both dissipate. Here's Leslie's remnants, and here's Milton's remnants. And in about 160 to about a week out, we have a new low pressure system that forms off the coast of South America. I believe that is Panama that forms off of. And storm once again travels up through the Yucatan and doesn't really do much. Maybe a landfall in the Keys. But other than that, not much. So the 18Z run of the GFS actually doesn't do much with this. So, I mean, that's awesome. This might be the last major hurricane that we have that makes landfall this year. Or it might be the last hurricane in general that we covered here on the channel that makes landfall in the US. Now, we got lucky with this one making landfall tonight, because if it made landfall tomorrow night, then there's potential that no, it's almost certainty that I wouldn't be able to stream it because I'd be working. So we got lucky tonight with this making landfall tonight and not tomorrow. Although it would have been, I don't want to say funny, but it would have been ironic that it made landfall tomorrow on the, I believe, 6-year anniversary of Michael making landfall. And if you weren't in the previous stream I did earlier, I did say that Milton is the name that replaced Michael. Michael was the last Category 5 to make landfall in the United States on October 10th, 2018. And its predecessor, or succession, I don't know what the word is, but its successor, I guess I should say, Milton, makes landfall about 3 hours or so, about 24 hours, I'd say, actually, prior to what Michael did. Actually, let's see. Let's look it up. Time did Hurricane make landfall? Hurricane Michael made landfall at 1:30, so yeah, about 12 hours or so. Let's jump back over to GR3 here. Did Tampa's radar go down? No, okay, just wasn't updating. So, our camera in Inglewood's, the surge still hasn't covered up that walkway yet. We are expecting that to happen fairly soon, as the winds are going to start pushing in to the coastline rather than parallel. So we are less than 3 minutes or so away from landfall, according to the landfall timer on Ryan Hall y'all's stream. Currently, the pressure of Milton is at 952 millibars as of the 7 p.m. position update. We are expecting the next intermediate advisory for Milton to come out momentarily here. We take a look at the 7-day forecast here from the National Hurricane Center. We're really not predicting much here. 93L and our AOI out here coming off Africa aren't really supposed to do much. They're both going to stay away from the US. So at least for the next 10 days or so, we're good in the US. Actually, I'd say next week or so, we're going to be good. So we have Leslie out here, which formed before Milton, and we have Milton out here, and then Kirk, if you guys remember, 2 days ago, Milton, Leslie, and Kirk became the first time in the Atlantic ever in recorded history in October to have 3 consecutive hurricanes. Leslie then weakened after back into a tropical storm, and Leslie is now once again a hurricane here with winds of about 90 miles an hour. So only 30 miles or so less than Milton is currently. We are awaiting the 8 p.m. tropical advisory on the intermediate advisory on Milton currently. We are starting to see winds increase on our camera here in Inglewood Beach. Don't want to turn off the camera. I mean, I guess it's up on Ryan's stream that I'm watching, so I guess. Holy crap! Power line explodes, raining down sparks on a home in Venice, Florida. Wow. Oh my gosh. That's insane. Hmm. Hey. Well, it's really starting coming down the Inglewood area. Yeah, I'm sure surprised that the water hasn't completely covered the walkway yet. But it won't be long until it does that. Straight, we're looking at a few minutes, most likely. Oh, our outlook is out. Milton close to making landfall along the coast of west central Florida. Life-threatening storm surge, damaging winds, and flooding rains occurring across portions of the central and southwestern Florida coastline. So pressure's up to 954 millibars, about 20 miles west-southwest of Sarasota. It's moving east-northeast at 15 miles an hour. So 20 divided by 15, that's about an hour and 5 minutes. So 9:05 approximately is when we should expect landfall. It might be sooner than that. No changes with the watch the warnings. Milton is still a Category 3 hurricane. Little change is expected until landfall. Seen wind of 54 miles an hour and gusts of 96 was recently reported at Sarasota, Barrington. So Siesta Key were actually I want to take a look at our Siesta Key camera. Where is it? That's the thing. Oh wow. Yeah. Okay, so water's really coming in now in Inglewood. So I gotta do this quickly. I gotta find the Siesta Key cam. That's the Osprey cam. That's the Siesta Key camera. Not seeing any surge yet. Minimum central pressure is still 954. Pressure is 954 millibars. Um, 913 feet is the peak. Wow, that water just came in hard. Wow. Several tornadoes, possibly including a few strong ones, are likely this evening and tonight across parts of central Florida. 420 people are without power now in Florida. That is nuts. The center is about 20 miles just to the south southwest, west southwest of Sarasota. Yes, if you're in Tampa Bay and you see that the bay is receding, do not go back out. Do not do that. I repeat, do not go out into Tampa Bay. $10-foot surge in Sarasota right now. Wow. Okay. Ken Graham, director of the National Weather Service, called the heroes at NWS Tampa and NWS Melbourne as they lower the shutters to ride out Milton. They will be on duty along with our other NWS offices to issue life saving information on the front lines 24/7. To all NWS employees, my heartfelt thank you for your service. And I agree. Oh my wedge. Wow. Sarasota city skyline is filled with explosions. It's like a war zone. Yeah, that's just going to increase over time. Oh, that tornado touchdown. That tornado earlier in Wellington touched down near school. Oh no. Oh no. That's awful. Oh wow. This is nuts. Wow. So Sarasota has tied their pressure record. I'm sorry. Dream is doing a weather stream. What the hell? What on earth is going on? This is nuts. No, don't go walk towards it, you idiot.
Milton is going to break our streak. Hurricanes undergoing rapid intensification just prior to landfall in the Gulf of Mexico. This one is actually weakening on its approach, and despite that, it's still going to cause just widespread destruction across these areas that are getting hit the hardest right now, from Sarasota down to Inglewood, Port Charlotte, Rose City, Gulfport, Venice. Hurricane Milton was at one point a Category 5, actually at 2 points. A Category 5 hurricane, one of the strongest hurricanes to have ever been recorded in the Atlantic Basin. And now we are minutes away from landfall. Yeah, Category 3 is not to play around with. You see the wind really start to pick up even more here in Venice. We will see a brief moment where the winds die down, where Bryce felt this year as he's going to be in the eye of the storm. Things are probably going to pick up quite a bit, though, on the backside. Remember, there's two parts to landfall. We're going to have the front side of the storm, which we are experiencing now. There's going to be a period of calmness. And then the backside is going to be, and with Ian, the backside was even worse than the front side as far as the winds go. We might have a similar situation here. Huge shout out to everybody at the National Hurricane Center and the National Weather Service.
This is let's go in. Port Manatee is still not seeing much surge. This is insane. This is what it is. This is what we do here on this channel. We just wait here until landfall happens. We are still live. It's good. Stream didn't disconnect yet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. We've had 22 tornado reports today associated with Milton as a high-end tornado outbreak here. And we unfortunately might have had the worst tropical cyclone the worst tropical cyclone produced tornado since the 1960s. So, turn the eyes. So, landfall is happening literally any minute now. Now, this is harder to do than most of our other streams that we've done having a landfall. Mainly because the eye wall isn't fully wrapped. Our eye wall isn't fully wrapped around the storm fully because it's beginning its extratropical transition. So we don't exactly know where the eye is.
Sarasota.
93-mile-an-hour gusts reported in Sarasota. You're now at the 133 tornado warnings have been issued. That is nuts. That's just insane here, guys. 133. 153. I don't know. In here, every step of the way from Milton's formation to now. Milton originated as Tropical Depression 11E in the Pacific Ocean. It is indeed the shed cam. Woo-hoo-hoo! Jeez. We are still waiting landfall. The official confirmation of landfall should be imminent here. Any second now, most likely we should be getting at least some confirmation of landfall. So we will continue to monitor surge progress at Englewood Beach and the mesoscale discussion relating to the tornadic. Yeah, Tampa's getting rained out right now. We are about to experience calmer weather here in Englewood as the eye moves ashore, which should be happening momentarily here. Sarasota's pressure is now down to 961 here.
Taylor says my parents, Dave and Beth, are listening to you and they evacuated. They live in Sarasota. Can you give them a word of encouragement? They're both full of anxiety and worried. The good news is we've got people in Sarasota. We've got cameras out there. We've got, honestly, that's where a lot of the storm chasers are. And while we are hearing a lot of reports of power outages, power transformer explosions, there have been a couple of structure fires and obviously some flooding. We haven't heard anything widespread just yet that would indicate that we've got any major damage in Sarasota. Now, that's not to say that we don't and that we won't, but so far, there's nothing to be worried about. What's happening is what we expected would happen, and the most that I've seen so far out of Sarasota is those power flashes, and we've also got some storm chasers reporting that there's some roof damage to some homes in the north side of Sarasota. Obviously, first light tomorrow will be a big tell of how much damage was actually done. Um, but so far, the water, we haven't heard any widespread problems yet from Sarasota specifically. We are up to 545,000 people without power now. Would be really surprised if that didn't go over a million.
Did we lose camera?
Yeah, I know my voice sounds terrible. We don't have money here. I see all the suggestions.
Yeah, here comes another wave of surge. So landfall is imminent here. We will be making landfall as a Category 3 hurricane. We've been live for about, in total, like 4 or 5 hours today. We will continue to be live up until the landfall of Major Hurricane Milton. And I actually need to plug in my PlayStation controller because it is about to die here. Alright. Controller is charging. We are good again. So, the landfall announcement should be moments away here. Once again, if you're just tuning into the stream, this is our 6th landfall that we have covered live here on the channel. Oh, wow, yeah. We covered Barrel's landfall. We covered Chris's landfall. We covered Debbie. We covered Francine. Beryl, Chris, Debbie, Francine, Helene, and now Milton. We have covered a lot of tropical systems over the past couple of months here on the Huh? Why is there a special weather statement in Texas? Huh? Hold on. Weather alerts. Turn that on. Why do we have 3 of them? I'm sorry. Texas, what are you doing? It's literally a shower. Go home, Texas. You're drunk. Come back over to our hurricane that's in landfall. Come back over to Milton. So surprised that the radar hasn't gone out. center is probably like right here at this point. The eye is the center of the eye is just offshore. In the next 5 to 10 minutes, most likely, we will have landfall.
But thank y'all for giving us the opportunity to be able to do anything.
Yeah,
Hey, thank you, Eric. Thank you, Clay. Also, big huge shout out to the HAFSA bottle, which responsibly nailed this.
oh yeah, the house nailed. That absolutely nailed.
You hear the microwave in the background. Somebody is warming up some water because apparently that's going to help my voice. Go ahead, Andy.
Oh yeah, that front right quadrant was insane. If you guys weren't here at the beginning of the stream earlier, we had a tornado outbreak happen here in Florida. So I hope everyone is okay. I know of one minor injury that happened.
Thank you so much. You're all just the EO. We're minutes away from landfall here from Hurricane Milton.
We are minutes away from landfall officially being announced.
Where the heaviest rain is happening right now between Clearwater, Tampa, and
Seems
Central.
like the last couple of hurricanes we've had are either early morning or late at night. Like Helene's was like at 11. Then Francine, that was like midday. I think it made landfall around 7. And then we barely made it to Debbie's landfall. Like 20 minutes sooner from when I woke up, we would have missed landfall of Debbie completely. So I thank you all for being here. I also want to give a huge shout out to the National Weather Service employees and the National Hurricane Center's employees as well, along, along with the NOAA 43 team and the Teal 6 team, our Air Force team, and our NOAA team. Teal 6 crew is our Air Force crew, our Air Force recon crew, and our NOAA 43 crew is our obviously NOAA recon crew. So huge shout out to those folks as well for giving us the recon data on our first sub 900 millibar storm since Hurricane Wilma in 2005. To put that in perspective, I was less than a year old when Wilma happened. I turned 20 in a month and 5 days now. That's the perspective you guys need. Oh, wow. Large, large bit of surge there on the camera. I'm behind on rides. No, I'm not behind. Oh, it's because he has a delay. That's why. Go. We can't stream and I it doesn't know that. So
So we are very close to having an official announcement of landfall here. It's imminent. Okay.
our landfall announcement from the National Hurricane Center is imminent here. So I want to thank you all. As soon as landfall happens, I do have to log off. I will continue to monitor the surge on my phone, but I do have to log off once landfall does occur, because my brother will be home soon. We have been live for about 4 hours so far. We've been live for probably about 5 hours in total today. My guess is that landfall will happen in about a minute officially.
Quickly now in Inglewood and in Port Charlotte. It's pretty nice.
Well, in Port Charlotte, it's been coming up all day, so I wouldn't say it. Oh, we have landfall. Dang. We do have landfall now. Extremely dangerous Category 3 Hurricane Milton makes landfall near Siesta Key, Florida. Life-threatening storm surge, extreme winds, and flash flooding occurring over the central Florida peninsula. NWS Doppler radar data indicate that the eye of Hurricane Milton has made landfall near Siesta Key in Sarasota County along the west coast of Florida.
All right. Thank you so much, Elijah. It's official.
We officially have landfall here of Hurricane Milton. Milton has made landfall as a Category 3 hurricane here, about 5 miles west of Sarasota. Forecasters Reinhardt, Pappen, Brown, Mahoney, and Camposano. They have confirmed